Hi everyone, I'm Alexander Svet, the host of alexonroad.com, and welcome to the Capture One live show episode number 7. Today we will discuss the culling workflow in Capture One. I will show you some pretty useful tools and tips and tricks to select your images and to quickly view them. We will talk about image variants and features like compare variant, and also I will tell you I will show you some of my favorite tricks to filter images in Capture One. The first thing before we will start, let's do a little bit of advertising. You know, it's just necessary. Okay, first of all, if you wish to save 10% on Capture One, or if you wish to, for example, to upgrade your Capture One Express Sony license to Capture One Pro license, or if you wish to upgrade your Capture One 9 or Capture One 10 to Capture One 11, well, you can save 10% pretty easily. Here is the discount code AMBC1blog. Just click use voucher and you will immediately gain a 10% discount. That's pretty nice and useful thing. Also, there is a free guide for Capture One. Just go to alexonroad.com and click a free guide to Capture One. Here you will find all the useful information that you might need to learn all the basics, just to start working in Capture One, to start processing your images and exporting them to JPEGs and other formats. For example, let's open the table of contents and let's see what we have here. All the topics which you might need to master just to start working in Capture One. For example, if you were thinking what would be better for you, sessions or catalogs, just go to what to choose section, and here you will find lots of useful information and links to articles from other photographers who are sharing their experience of working in sessions or in catalogs in Capture One. And the last thing, if you wish to upgrade your processing workflow with some presets, or how we call them in Capture One, styles, just go to onestyles.pro/try. Here you can try 12 styles, film styles for free. These styles is a great amazing creativity things just to improve your processing workflow. If you're not familiar with them, you can watch some videos here and take a look at sample images, and also you can download 12 styles absolutely for free. Okay, I think that's fine with advertising for today. Let's start with the culling thing. The point is that lots of users, lots of photographers who only started working in Capture One, they think that quite often they think that, well, Capture One is pretty amazing software, it delivers amazing editing features, but unfortunately I don't see great options for image culling, for example, or image selecting, or quickly viewing images in Capture One. That is totally not true. The point is that in Capture One you might find lots of absolutely amazing tools. And let's start with a very basic, very simple thing which you have to know. Just have to know to work properly in Capture One. You see this white border around the image I have selected. The point is that that border shows me that this particular image is my primary selected variant. The point is that if I will hold Shift key and I will select some other images like this, now I have selected like a group of images, and I can switch between different viewing modes. Right now, the multi-view is turned on, and I can just turn it off. But when I'm doing this, I'm not deselecting other images. I'm just switching between viewing modes, and I can see lots of images on the screen. I can switch between them, and if I wish to work with only one image, I just turning off this multi-view mode. It's really useful thing, and it's really important for the general understanding of culling workflow in Capture One. At the same time, you can use it pretty interesting. For example, when you have some similar images, let's find some. Okay, I think maybe this. Yeah, these images are pretty similar. And now you have selected them, you have turned it on multi-view, and you're just thinking like, okay, but how can I compare them? How can I find out like which image has better sharpening, which image has better details and other things? There is an interesting life hack. First of all, you can just zoom and inspect your image. That's pretty obvious. I'm just moving my mouse wheel to do this. You can also use this tool in the top of the screen. But there is a great life hack. You can just hold the Shift key, and now all your actions, you see, they will be synchronized. You can zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, move your images, and you will immediately see the both images, the same areas of the both images with the same zoom, and you can just compare the level of details and other pretty important things for your editing. That's why this is the first step which you have to implement in your workflow. You have to master this pretty simple tool, and also you have to use it properly. I mean, like holding the Shift key, and now you can move your images, and you can select like a group of images. For example, you can select 3 or 4 images. It's not really important, and all of them will be you can zoom like 4 images at the same time. That's pretty convenient. That's the first feature which I wish to show you. The second one is also pretty useful. It's this tool is called Loop. You will find it here. Oh, sorry, here, and it has hotkey P by default. That's why you can just use hotkey P to easily select it. That's actually a real loop. You can just hold the left mouse button, and you will immediately see the 100% zoom of your image. And the feature of this tool is that it not only allows you to quickly see all the details of some particular part of your image, it also allows you to quickly see details of all the images which you have like in your folder. For example, you see I have a portrait, but I'm not selecting this portrait here. I can just use my loop tool just to see all the details of this image. That's pretty useful. And for example, if I wish to see is everything fine here or not, well, I can easily find it out just using this tool. But usually, of course, you would use this on the selected image because it's also pretty convenient. But if you have selected like a group of images like this, it's also pretty useful just to see is everything fine with details or not. Just keep in mind that you can easily switch between different tools. For example, you can click H key to select hand, or P to select loop, and that's pretty useful, and this would save you like an enormous amount of time while you would edit images in Capture One. The third important tool to viewing your images and to culling them as well, it's the focus tool. It's located in the Details tab, and it's pretty simple thing. That's just like a small window with a part of your images with selected zoom. Like you can, for example, zoom out, zoom in. Well, in most of the cases, you shall inspect your images at 100% zoom, because that delivers the real quality of the image. It's just really important to keep in mind that when you're working with raw images in any raw converter, not only in Capture One, you actually see not the real image. You see only like a small preview of this image, and that's why it's really important to have an ability to quickly see the image on 100% with 100% zoom. It's really important to inspect all the details and to see the level of your quality of your image. And what you can do with this window? The point is that that's pretty simple tool, but if you are familiar with the general features of Capture One, that might give you some interesting ideas. For example, you can just hold the left mouse button and place this tool anywhere you want. Also, you can resize it like this, and also there is like a special tool, Pick Focus Point, and you can also quickly click on different images to see the quality of some particular part of your images. And what is really convenient is that if you are working with, for example, two displays, you can just drag and drop this window on the second display. On the second display, you can resize it like pretty huge, and that's really convenient to check the quality of your focus and details of your image. That's why these three simple tools would deliver lots of useful, would deliver would significantly improve your workflow. Let's see what I have with comments. D. Ellie is asking, by chance, focus points work also with manual focus lenses? You mean like this this tool, the focus tool? Well, for this tool, it's not really important like which lenses you have used to take this image. It's not really important. But maybe you're asking about different tool. If you're talking about like tethered shooting, and when you're shooting tethered, there is like a special tool to pick focus points. As I remember, it works pretty well with manual lenses. I might mistake here, but I don't see any reasons to have any issues here with manual lenses, if I understood your question correctly. Okay. Carlos is writing, "Hi Alex, I like it a lot, the live show. I'm new in Capture One." Thank you very much, Carlos. It would be great to see you again, and I'm planning to run my show every week, once a week, or maybe even often, but but for the first time only once a week, but I will run it, and this way it will be great to see you again. Falco is asking how to place your presets panel that they would not that they would not hide the image. Well, that's an interesting question. I think that Falca, which version of Capture One are you using? The point is that in previous versions of Capture One, there were lots of issues with using styles and presets, because that's true that they were well, actually they looked like this. Let me show you. You can easily add your styles tool here, and you see they just like they are they might be over your image. It depends on your screen resolution, but yeah, that's an issue. But the point is that in Capture One 10.1, if I'm not mistaken, Phase 1 updated this tool, styles and presets tool, and now all your styles are located just in a single window, and well, it's much more convenient. That's why, yeah, my answer to you is just upgrade your Capture One license, and you can use AMBC1 block code to gain a 10% discount for this. But well, I think it's much more convenient than just using the tool, the style structured like this. And also in Capture One 11.1, developers also added a feature that now you can easily apply any style to an image right from this window. Like, for example, you can choose any style like this and just click it apply to a new layer, and that's all. Like, the application would immediately create a filled new layer, and it will be named as this style, and you can easily turn it off, on, or change opacity. That's really convenient, because like in the original Capture One 11.0, there was only one way to apply a style to a layer, just right-clicking, apply settings from, user styles, and here again this huge list of styles, which just making it not really convenient to work with styles on layers. But in Capture One 11.1 everything is fixed, and well, I think now everything is fine. Yeah, Falca, just upgrade your Capture One to 11.1. It's absolutely free upgrade, and on my YouTube channel you will find some information about 11.1. Like, there is a short overview, and also one of my previous live shows were dedicated to Capture One 11.1 new features. You might find lots of useful information there. Okay, let's see. We have talked about a few useful tools for image viewing, like multi-view, loop, focus tool, but also there are lots of interesting tools to culling your images. For example, variants. In Capture One, there is a crucial question of comparing your images before and after, because previously, like few years ago, it was a big deal, you know. Users who migrated from Lightroom or other software, they were asking something like, "Oh man, like how can I easily switch between the original image and edited image, and well, what can I do there?" And yeah, previously in Capture One there were not so many options for this, but today there are some pretty useful options. Like, first of all, the most simple thing is just to hold your Alt key and hold this button in the top left. It will immediately show you the before-after image. While you're holding, you are seeing the original image, and while you have released this this button, you will immediately see the edited image again. But what to do if you have, for example, a few ideas for your editing? For example, let's open some image, maybe these mountains. Yeah, they are pretty nice. Let's do few different things with them. For example, for the first image, I just wish to correct black and white points, add a little bit of clarity and highlights, maybe like this. Yeah, also I will go to luma curve and I will correct luma curve as well. Yeah, like this. And now I'm looking at this image and I'm asking myself, like, okay, that looks fine, but what if I would add a little bit of color toning, for example? And at the same time, you know, this feeling when, like, but it looks pretty nice and I don't want to ruin my editing. That's why just right click on your image and choose Clone Variant. Clone Variant, it's a feature which creates a new variant of your image, and variant is absolutely virtual thing. I mean that it would not duplicate your raw file on your hard drive. It's just, you know, like just a string in the code of the settings of your image, and that's all. It would take maybe a few kilobytes for this, and it's pretty convenient. Just create like a clone variant, and now you have absolutely the same image, and you can apply some additional editing to it. For example, let's make shadows a little bit colder, like this, and highlights, well, a little bit greener. Yeah, something like this. And now you can just compare them. You can also select both of them and see what we have here. Also, if you wish to completely reprocess your image, for example, I'm looking at these images and I'm just thinking like, oh no, that looks not really good as I expected. Okay, let's right click on the image, and now we're choosing like new variant. And now we can just go to, for example, basic characteristics, and let's choose linear response curve, like this. Also, I will add gradient mask, and I will correct this particular part of the image with gradient mask and with luma curve. Yeah, that looks pretty promising. Yeah, like this. You see? The result is completely different, and now, because I have few variants to compare, that's really useful. You can just compare and you will see that this variance looks much more dramatic. That's good. That's good, I think, for this particular image. That's really good. But also, then I decide to maybe to add something else in my editing. That's why another right click, clone variant, and now I will create new layer. I will copy mask from the first layer with the gradient mask, Now I have two gradient masks, and I will simply invert it like this. Now I have the same gradient mask, but completely inverted. By the way, that's pretty useful. What I will do there, I will go to curves section, and by the way, I highly recommend you to use 5-point all channels preset, which automatically generates 3 additional points on your curve. And in total you will have 5 points on your curve, and it's really convenient to not to manually creating them. Okay, let's fix the color here with our curve. I will create something like this. Yeah. You see now the image looks even more dramatic. Yeah, maybe like this. Yeah, and this is the feature of variants. Now I have 4 variants of a single image. All of them are virtual. They are not. Variants doesn't require any additional space on your hard drive. That's really useful, and that's why you can just scroll through them and choose the best option. And also, if you, for example, if you prefer this particular image, you can always right-click on it and choose Pick Variant. And now this is like the main variant. It's like it has number 1. It is marked as the first image, and for example, I also like this image, and I will right-click on it and choose Promote Variant. It will just put your image a little bit upper than it was before. Once again, now it's on the second place. Let me see what I have. Which questions we have here. Okay. DLA is clarifying the question. No, I mean if you should autofocus lenses, for sure the camera records them, but manual focus lenses not always are recorded correctly. Do you mean you're talking about this? You're talking about the lens profiles, which are available for most popular lenses in Capture One. You're right that like the choice of auto lenses is much wider than for manual lenses. That's okay. I mean, the reason for this is pretty simple. Is that most of photographers in nowadays they're using autofocus lenses, and that's why sometimes not all the manual focus lenses are supported by a lens correction tool, but well, okay, it's just reality of Capture One. You can write to Phase 1 tech support and ask them to add a profile for your particular manual lens. Maybe that would help. They are regularly adding lots of lens profiles. Georgia is asking, can you show one more time what I have to use to zoom all the images in the same time, please? Yeah, it's pretty simple. Just select few images, like holding the Shift key. Just select few images. Make sure that multi-view is turned on. I'm talking about this feature. And now just hold your Shift key and zoom your images. I am zooming my images using mouse wheel, but you can use this slider as well. Like, it's not really important. Just keep in mind that you have to hold your shift key at the same time when you're zooming your images. And you can also like drag your images. Ed is asking, I have several large catalogs that I would like to split into sessions. Is there an easy way to do that? Right now, the catalog is the beast. It's huge and slow to respond. Well, that's a good question. The point is, it's pretty easy to achieve. For example, you have a catalog like here. You have some maybe projects, maybe different albums, different groups, like lots of stuff. Just right-click on any particular part of your catalog, like project, group, or album, anything, and choose Export Images, Originals. Now you can export your images in any place on your hard drive. For example, okay, maybe like there. Let's not export all the 225 images. Let's create the new album like this, and I will just move my images to this album, and I will export this album. Export images, originals. And we will also select them. And now export 8 originals. Now, as you can see, I have my images on my hard drive, right there. They have mixed with some of my other images. Maybe we shall just export them to some different folder. Let me see. Yeah, let's just find the new folder for exporting, like this. Yeah, now you see, I have only these images. And if I would create the new session, like this, okay, I can now easily add this folder to my new session, and you will see that yeah, I just forgot to do one important thing. Sorry. When I was exporting, when you're exporting images, it's important to check the mark include adjustments. It's just really important. That's why just please don't forget to do this. Let's export them again. Right here. Yeah, I have exported them in the new folder. Now I can switch to my new session, and I will remove this folder from there, and I will add the new one. Yeah, now I have all my editing in a new session. Unfortunately, this method it doesn't require it doesn't allows you to like export your catalog structure to your session. The point is that catalogs and sessions, they have completely different structure systems. For example, in the catalog you can create groups and projects, and in sessions you are limited to albums and smart albums. So that's why, well, you just can't transfer your catalog structure in a form of a session. Unfortunately, it's just a limitation of Capture One, but you can easily transfer all of your images with with included adjustments, which is pretty fine, as I think. Let's see other questions. Carlos is asking, which is the function of luma curve? Well, luma curve is an amazing thing in Capture One. The point is that one of my future live shows will be dedicated to working with curves, and I will explain luma curve more detailedly. But in general, the idea of luma curve, if you are familiar with the LAB color space in Photoshop, if you're familiar with this idea, I'm pretty sure that you are familiar with the L channel in Photoshop. That's a pretty similar thing to luma curve. The point is that luma curve affects only brightness of your image and doesn't affect your saturation. It's really useful if we're talking about images like this. So let me see. For example, we have some pretty sensitive image like this. You see, I really enjoy colors here. I think the color is pretty natural here, and I don't want to ruin it or something like that. And if I would use like the regular RGB curve, I will gain this result. It's not really good because, as you can see, well, I just lost my natural colors. But if I will create like a new variant and I will use luma curve instead, you see now all the colors are the same. Yeah, the brightness of the luminosity of the image is different, but the colors are the same, and that is really important. Using luma curve, you're not increasing the saturation of colors, and that's why you can preserve the natural colors, the colors you like, and that's a really useful tool. I use it pretty often when I just need to fix the brightness of the image, but not to affect the saturation. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's go further. The next tool, which I wish to show you, is something pretty similar to variants, but a little bit different. The point is that when you're culling your images in Capture One, sometimes you might find yourself in a situation when, well, you have found few interesting images, and maybe one of them is the best, but you're not sure about this. And you just wish to compare this particular image with all the other images. In this case, just right-click on your image and choose Set as Compare Variant. Compare Variant, it's a special options which makes your single image is always selected for comparing with the other images. Let's set it, and as you can see, immediately, if the multi-view is turned on, immediately you will see at least two images on your screen. If you would turn off this mode, well, it would work like the regular way. But if you're turning on the multi-view, it doesn't important which images you are selecting, you will always see two images on the screen at the same time, or maybe even more. If you will select more images, you will see all the selected images plus the compare variant. And that is really convenient. Plus, all the standard features are also available here. You can also hold the shift key to zoom your images and to move them. At the same time, it works pretty nice. I'm using it also pretty often. Let's set as compare variant, and now I can compare some of the similar images with the chosen one. I think it's pretty good. Yeah, that's the best option. If you wish to clear this selection, just right click, clear compare variant. Also, if you will go to keyboard shortcuts menu, here you will find, let's see, in the view section you can set specific shortcuts for all of your actions with images. Let me see. Maybe it's here. Wait a second. There shall be this tool. Somehow I just mislooking it. Yeah, for some reason it's located in the edit section. Well, I think it's pretty strange because, like, obviously it's more about viewing of the images, but okay. Here you can find the set as compare variant and clear compare variant tools, and you can easily set the specific hotkey for this. And the last thing which I wish to show you in case of image culling in Capture One, it's a filter system, filters tool in Capture One. The point is that you have to somehow rate your images, because, you know, it's not only important to find the best image in your collection, but it's also important to mark them. That's why you can easily use two simple systems to mark images. First of all, it's the ratings. You can set the 5 stars rating system. For example, if you're clicking here, you're setting the 5-star rating, 4-star, 3-star. But also you can use your digits on your keyboard. Just click like 4, 5, 3, 1. And here's my advice. When I am culling my images, I'm just, like, in the beginning of the processing, I'm just selecting all the images and clicking like 5 stars. The point is that there is a interesting logical reason for this, because lots of people they tend to set like 0-star rating to all the images, and then select like a 5 stars, 5, maybe 3, maybe 2, maybe 1, and like, okay, we'll skip this 0-star. And I don't think that it's a right decision. The point is that when you're working with your images, for example, you have to process the images, right? You have to maybe add some corrections, fix contrast, color, and other part of the images. And at the same time, you need to keep in mind that you have to rate images as well. And that's a problem. Because, for example, when you have like an image and you wish to do something with this, you have done this, and you're just going next, going further. And you might just forgot about rating this image. That's why my advice is to give all the images the 5-star rating in the beginning, because in this case, if you really enjoy the image, the only one thing you shall do with this is just to edit it, just to like work with colors, work with exposure and other things. That's pretty simple. And if you don't like the image, just like click 0 and that's all, and then go next. And even if you would forget to reset the rating for some particular image, that's not a problem at all. As the result, you would just have like an additional 5 stars image. Okay, that's not a big deal. The real issue is that when you have like a great image, right? Great edited image, and you simply forget to set the rating for this image, and as the result, you will lose this image in the final processing, because after you have set the ratings for all your images, you can easily filter them. For example, show me only the images with 5 stars, and that's it. You just lost your image. Like you just forget about this and you lost it. Using my way, you will never lost the images. Yeah, maybe sometimes you will forget to set the 0 rating, but that's not a problem. Like, well, the only thing which it would require in the end, it will be just to set the 0 rating again, or to remove this image from the final exporting, and that's all. That's why I highly recommend to set 5-star rating for all the images. But this rating is only the beginning. You can also use another great tool, color tags. With color tags, you can easily set a specific color tag to your images. For example, if I'm really enjoying with this image, I can easily set like a green color tag. That means that I would use this image in my portfolio or something like that, or I would publish this image on 500px.com or something like that. I mean, like you can just create some ideas of what particular color text might mean for you. Let's think that in my case, green color text is about publishing on internet somewhere, like 5 stars plus green color text. And what we can do now? The point is that first of all, we can easily see all the selected images using filters tool. Just go to this filter section. You can collapse the library tool just to make other sections more useful, like this. Oh, okay. And now we can easily just choose any option, like images without color tags, with red color tags, with green color tags, with some specific rating, anything. But that's only the beginning. The point is that if you are working with catalogs, but actually if you're working with sessions as well, there is a pretty interesting feature called Smart Album. The Smart Album is actually the simple album with one interesting specific. It allows you to automatically fill this album with some specific images. Let's create the new Smart Album. And our searching criteria will be rating, 5 stars plus color tag green, and let's name it like for 500px.com. Now all my images with 5 stars and green color tags will be automatically placed in this smart album, and this is really useful feature because you can create lots of smart album with pretty sophisticated conditions for them. For example, you can use like let's create the new smart album, or let's fix this album. For example, you can add search criteria like keyword equals, let's see, portrait. And now, when you are working with your images, for example, let's find some portrait images like this. We will add keyword portrait here, and also here, and maybe there. Now let's open our smart album. Yeah, as you can see, we have portrait images here. Maybe not of that. Yeah, for some reason here I forgot to add the keyword. Yeah, now all the 3 of them we immediately have here, and that's pretty convenient thing to filter your images. Okay, now let's see the final questions for today. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't see any other questions. I think that's okay. Then I wish just to remind you that you can always save 10% on your license with this discount code AMBC1blog. Also, if you wish to download or to watch online my free guide to Capture One, just go to alexandra.com, a free guide to Capture One, and at onestyles.pro you can download 12 styles, film styles for free, and just use them with your images. Thank you very much for watching my live show. By the way, you can suggest some topics for the future episodes, because of course I have some ideas, but you can always suggest something new, and that would be really helpful for me. Also, if you wish to support me, just tell your friends and colleagues about my show, share this discount code with them, and just share some information. That would be that would be the only one thing which I really wish to see from you as your support. That's why, thank you very much. Thank you very much, and I hope that I will see you on the next week, maybe in the different time, because I have some shootings in my schedule on the next week. That's why, anyway, you will see the announce, and thank you very much for watching. Take care.